Yo, how's it going everybody? It's me, Arctic. Today's video, we're going to be looking over the stats, talents, and constellations of Goro. Now, he is a 4-star bow user, and he's actually a Geo character. 184 attack, and his defense is 648, and he scales with a Geo damage as his ascension. If you guys are prepping for him, he uses the Teachings of Light books, and also the Spectral Husks as his ascensions right there. Goro's normal attacks are very standard. He doesn't have anything related to them that are of any note, although he is going to be the first Geo Bow character, so he will have a golden arrow. So we actually do have the 5-star variant, you know, the gold and the purple we already have with like official electric character bows. Yeah. Goro's elemental skill does is it deals AoE Geo damage and sets up the General's War Banner. Now, what the General's War Banner does is it provides the following buffs based on the number of party members who are of the Geo element. So if you have one Geo party member, you're going to grant Standing Firm, which gives the defense bonus. If you have 2 Geo party members, you're going to get Impregnable effect, which grants resistance to interruption. And also having 3 party members adds the Shatter effect, which grants you Geo damage bonus. Now, I don't know if this is generally going to apply if you just have like all Geo characters, like you have to have 4 to have this. It might just be that you have to have 3 if Goro himself is actually included, and hopefully he is. And you can only have 1 General's War Banner on the field. At level 8, this is going to do 171% of his attack as damage, and it's also going to give a flat 329 defense bonus. And then also the Geo damage bonus ratio is 15%, so that means the skill lasts for 10 seconds on the field, so a pretty decent amount of time, and its cooldown is 10 seconds, so you basically can cast this every time you're going to Goro. His elemental burst, Forward Unto Victory. Displaying his valor as a general, Goro deals AoE Geo damage and created a field known as the General's Glory to embolden his comrades. So what the General's Glory does is this field has the following properties. It has the same effects as General War Banner. So basically it acts as the General's War Banner as it's on the field. It's based on the number of party members to the element of Geo. It will also move together with your active character. So basically this is going to be stuck on your active character. And it generates 1 crystal collapse every 1.5 seconds that deals AoE Geo damage to one opponent within its AoE. So basically, Goro's burst ability is a sub-DPS ability. It will also pull elemental shards created by the crystallized reaction within its AoE to your active character's position every 1.5 seconds. So if there's like crystals in the nearby vicinity, it's going to pull them towards your character. If a General's War Banner created by Goro himself currently exists on the field when the ability is used, it will be destroyed. And additionally, using the all-around defense while General's Glory is active will not create General's War Banner. If Goro falls in battle, the General's War Banner effects that he activated himself will be cancelled. So basically, you can't use his E while his burst is up, is pretty much what that means. The cooldown on his burst is 20 seconds. It has an energy cost of 80, and at level 8, it's going to do 157 on its initial slash. And the spinning damage, which I think is referring to the sub DPS, it's 98% on there, and it lasts for 9 seconds. And yeah, so basically it has a decent bit of uptime. Passives and constellations. First passive, when using the Junga Forward Onto Victory, so that's basically the burst ultimate, party members' defense is increased by 25% until the duration of General's Glory ends. His second passive, Goro receives the following damage bonus to his attacks based on his defense. So his all-around defense skill damage is going to be increased by 156% of his defense. That's a pretty good amount. And also the Forward Unto Victory skill damage and Crystal Collapse damage is increased by 15.6% of defense. So a decent amount there as well. And his third passive displays the location of nearby resources unique to Inazuma on the minimap. Constellations. His first constellation, when characters other than Goro himself within the AoE of General's War Banner or General's Glory created by Goro himself deal Geo damage to opponents, the cooldown of the all-around defense is going to be decreased by 2 seconds. And that says it can occur every 10 seconds. So basically that is going to make his cooldown go from 10 seconds to 8 seconds whenever you're going to be triggering this. So effectively it makes his cooldown 8 seconds on his banner ability. Second constellation, when an active character within the AoE of General's Glory obtains elemental shards from the crystallized reaction, Goro's General's Glory duration is increased by 1 second. So practically you can go from 9 seconds, and it says a maximum of 3 seconds can be increased by that. So basically Goro's gonna be able to give you like, I think like 12 seconds on his burst in terms of sub DPS. Fourth constellation, when General's Glory is the impregnable or shatter states, it will also heal the active character within its AoE by 1.5 every 1.5 seconds for 50% of Goro's own defense. Now, if you run a large amount of defense on him, which I think is generally what you're planning on doing with your Goro in general, that's going to be a decent amount of healing, and since Geo characters, there's not really a Geo healer character, that would make Goro the first actual Geo healer character other than like C6 Zhongli. And it's Constellation 6, when the General's War Banner or General's Glory are currently providing buffs of the Standing Firm, Impregnable, or Shatter levels, crit damage of Geo damage dealt by all party members is increased by 10%, 20%, or 40%. So basically he's like a Sara, but for Geo characters, and you have to have like the level 3 on this to get like the actual good ability. Sara's basically just gives you like 50% electro damage crit chance. It's crit damage. It's like pretty good on Sara. I hope that they buff this actually and make it a little bit better. That's basically it for the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video down in the comments section below. I will be doing a weapons guide for Gorou and also artifacts guide for him in the future, so stay tuned for that. That's probably going to happen next week more so. But anyway, it's been me, Arctic. I will see you guys next time. Farewell.